Early the next morning, Mr. Cakester arrived at the sheds. "Now then, everyone, I would like you to start certain jobs for the day for me, please," he said. "Yes, sir," the engine said. And Misha steamed off to collect her train. When she arrived, the preschool railers were in the siding with the troublesome trucks. "Now listen up," Becky said. "We're going to do head, shoulders, knees, and toes with the bogies today. Because you're not people, you're train cars." And Becky began to start the chorus. And the troublesome trucks saying, "Head, shoulders, knees, and toes, knees and toes. Head, shoulders, knees, and toes, knees and toes. Eyes and ears and mouth and nose. Head, shoulders, knees, and toes, knees and toes," sang the troublesome trucks. Then came the first verse. "Bogies are all on the track, on the track. Bogies are all on the track, on the track. Eyes and ears and mouth and bogey. Wheels, flanges, lots of stuff, lots of stuff. Head, shoulders, knees and toes, knees and toes." After the song was over, Conroy steamed over to collect his train. And he steamed up to a stop. "That was a nice version of Head, Shoulders, Knees, and Toes," Conroy said. "I know a lot about Thomas the Train." "Do you really?" said Misha. "That's a nice show, of course." But she spoke too soon. "If they sang Head, Shoulders, Knees, and Toes on Thomas, wouldn't that be silly?" laughed Conroy. "That would be pretty silly, of course," Misha said. "Very silly." And she steamed out of the station. "Engines don't have body parts like people," said Misha. "'Cause I don't have head, shoulders, knees, or toes, 'cause I'm a woman train, not a human being." She laughed out of the yard, and the troublesome trucks laughed a lot. He laughed. "The Head, Shoulders, Knees, and Toes Thomas the Train song is 13 hours long, Quinn," Conroy said. "That is a really long time for a song," Quinn said. "I'm never listening to that at all." "That would never be hours long," Ida said, "because it would cause confusion and delay." Meanwhile, Misha was enjoying herself in the countryside. The intercity train was going faster and faster. Then out of nowhere came an Amtrak freight train. It was a work train for the workmen doing a new route called the Great River in Chicago and all the other states. And before long, the Amtrak sped by with all the freight cars behind. And they clattered by. Then Misha came into the sunset. "It's beautiful," Misha said. "I love beautiful sunsets." And she steamed down the line. "Mr. Cakester has a GoFundMe page this morning, and it helps post lots of videos to make his money," said Misha to herself. And the passengers were enjoying the sunset. It was gorgeous and pretty. "Pretty as a picture," the passengers said. And Misha steamed over a bridge. "My train won't divide," she said. And that night, all the passengers were asleep after they had a nice meal of dinner, and Misha steamed into the night sky. "Night trains are important to me," said Misha, "'cause using the Metropolitan Lounge at every station's important." When morning broke, Misha steamed down the line. She was enjoying herself on her way to East Delaware. Then there was a red signal ahead. It was to tell Misha to stop, but then she ran the red signal. And the passengers were horrified. "We're gonna be late!" they cried. "You're not gonna be late," said Misha. "We have to hurry until we have nothing in the way." But she jinxed it. Out of nowhere came Hernata and Mency. They were pulling 91 freight cars on a freight train. They were feeling pleased with themselves. 91 cars is a lot, Hernata said, "'cause I'm a big woman engine." "It takes a lot for a woman engine to shunt," Mency said. "Oh no!" cried Misha. "There's a goods train on my track! Stop!" "We can't stop!" Hernata said. "You're blocking our way! There's no time to stop a head-on collision!" "Yes, there is!" called Mency. "Stop the train cars!" Misha was so horrified, she applied her brakes and Hernata and Mency did. But it was too late. "Sorry, you two," Hernata said. "We didn't have time to stop." "No worries," said Misha. "It was my fault for getting in a big pile-up." She was very worried about the wreck. "This was head-on," she said. "It really was," Hernata said, "because you ran the red signal by mistake." Before long, Hernata, Mency, and Misha were being repaired, and Becky was collecting her train. "I'm glad you're safe now," Becky said, "'cause you guys have to get back to work. Thank you for owning up," said Misha. And Becky steamed off with her freight cars of cardboard boxes to deliver them to the village. "It's only best to hope that nothing is repeated in the future," Misha said. "Exactly," Hernata said, "because women trains can do a good job delivering gender products." "It's important to drive an androgynous truck," Mency said. They were so proud of themselves, they couldn't stop feeling happy.